Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Days. I'm Wanda, and today it's Bette's Box of Blessings. Bette has really done a great job this time, and she sent me a gift. She sent everybody that does a review on Bette's Box of Blessings and everybody that gets a box a special gift, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. That's kind of what she said on her letter too. Amazing grace. God's grace is something we tend to take for granted and sometimes not even think about, right? So today's thing is God's amazing grace. And I want to probably start out with one of the books first, and we'll get to the other things that are in the box, but this book just really hit home. Some things that Danny and I are dealing with, some things that a friend is dealing with, and we actually talked about this in a roundabout way the last 2 days. So the book just really hit home, and I'm going to show you the book first. Alright, the book, As You Wish, is written by Mercy, L-O-K-U-L-U-T-U. I can't say her name. It's a book that's written from a lady from Nigeria. It shows her rich culture. She gives us practical tips on showing us how to surrender to God today. And I thought, okay, that's what we've been talking about, surrendering to God's will the last few days. So, I picked up the book and it talks about chapter 3. So I went to chapter 3 automatically. I didn't even read the first 2 chapters. I just went to chapter 3, about the middle of the book. And is grace really that amazing? Is what it's talking about. Is it really that amazing? And I'm going, well, I gotta know, because I know I trust God and I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to, but what does she have to say about it? She talks about some things that were just really, it hit home, because she talks about putting on a facade and not letting people know how weak she was. To always be smiling, to be upbeat, and to show your strengths or try to prove that you're really strong when inside you're just very weak and you're just falling apart. I used to do that. Probably still do at times. But that was how I used to live, is just putting up this fake face saying, you know, I'm happy. I'm living my life. I'm enjoying my life. I used to do that. I don't anymore. I live my life and I enjoy my life, but I used to be fake. What she says is, as we surrender to God, we will no doubt encounter the fact that our energy is finite, which means it ends. We don't have a total unbelievable energy like a 2-year-old would have, but we are limited in our energy, and we're also limited in our strength. And we think we're totally can handle anything, but human weakness provides the opportunity for divine power. The problem is that the world has taught us that strength rules and weakness is exploited. Thus, we are suspicious and outright reject anything that would make us feel vulnerable or fragile. In His wisdom, God sometimes allows certain things in our lives to expose our weaknesses so that His grace will be at work in us. So, we think of weaknesses as something bad. Actually, it's very good. So let's go down to a little further. The verse that she used is 2 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. Then she goes on to talk about studying this in the Greek. So in the Greek, I'm going to spell these words because I'm not, just like her last name, I can't say it. But in the Greek, my grace in Greek is C-H-A-R-I-S. Or a divine influence upon the heart. So when he's saying my grace, it is a divine influence. It's something that God is influencing on your heart. His influence is sufficient for us. Or A-R-K-E-O, it eliminates all the barriers. Then God's power is D-U-N-A-M-I-S. God's power is explosive, miraculous. Just think of dynamite. You know, D-U-N-A-M-I-S, dynamite power, is made perfect, is T-E-L-E-I-O-T-E-S, which means completely fulfilled. And then in our weakness is A-S-T-H-E-N-E-I-A, or our brokenness. So, when you put it all together, God's divine influence is likely enough to meet our every need, and it eliminates all the barriers, for His explosive, miraculous power is made completely perfect when we are broken before Him. And this is the perfect picture of surrender. One of the main keys to unleashing your true identity is allowing God to expose your weaknesses, embracing them, and relying on His strength to help you accomplish His divine purposes through you. There's more to life than we can handle. We have so much going on, and we're living with more pressure and guilt than we're willing to admit. And we think that we need to work harder to be a better person, or a better parent, or a better sibling, or a better Christian. You know, you fill in this blank, and you feel better about life. Do you really feel better the harder you work to be something? That's what she's saying. Actually, we would feel better if we surrendered more to God rather than trying to do more. And she's talking about we get so busy in our lives, but when we finally get a little space, say you've got Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, you don't have anything going on. What do? You find something at 4 o'clock to fill that space. Well, my aunt has a birthday party on Friday at 4 o'clock. I think I could make it. Let me get in the car and go. We have no downtime. We fill in every minute of our space trying to do more, do more, do more, go more, do it. When we do that, why do we do it? Why? We always feel overwhelmed, stressed, all that. So what do? We just pile more on. We try to do more, to try to make more. We think we'll be happy if we have more, if we can possibly learn how to do this, and we'll learn how to do that, and we're just constantly building, building, building. And that's a good thing, but it can be very stressful. Sometimes you got to just take a nap. And she uses Mark 4:35 through 41. When Jesus was on the boat, the storm was coming. What did He do? He went and took a nap. He went down into the belly of the ship and slept, because He knew who was in charge. He knew God had it, and whatever the outcome was, it was going to be what God wanted it to be. And so that's where we've been talking lately with people about God's will. Sometimes you want to handle those problems yourself. You keep trying to help God. Let's don't help God. Let's just let God's will go. It's okay. Whatever's going on in your life, God's got it. Look for the positive in it. Look for whatever you can find that is positive, and don't dwell on the negative. And learn as you wish, God. That's what we're doing. So this book, to me, I'm going to have to read it front to back. This is going to help me. In this box, God's Amazing Grace, the theme is taken from Romans 5:8. God demonstrates His love for us in this: while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. It's on this plaque. It's a cute little plaque you can hang on the wall, and it's a reminder daily that God loved us even when we were still sinners. So it's kind of got a chalkboardy-like texture to it. Nice. This little book is called Waking Up to Grace. It's 90 ways to start your day knowing that you're loved. So it gives you daily little readings to know that God's there. It helps you wake up each day with a little bit of joy and love, maybe a little peace and understanding. The Amazing Grace CD. This CD has all the beloved hymns, the old hymns that everybody knows by heart if you've ever been in a church service very much. These are What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Softly and tenderly, He leadeth me, there is power in the blood. Come Thy fount, I surrender all. Amazing Grace, it is well with my soul. When I survey the wondrous cross, just as I am, and hallelujah, what a Savior. An awesome CD full of old hymns. And as always, cards. Faith and encouragement cards. These cards are pretty awesome. I always use them. I'm usually always sending these cards to people. But Betty mentioned a certain card, and it's called the Yellow Umbrella card. This one is special. I loved it. When I read it, I just loved it. So I'm reading it for a special friend. Amanda, this one's for you. I wish I had a big yellow umbrella that would keep away all the rain in your life. I would hold it over your head, and the drop would splash, 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 and you would never even feel it. But I don't have a big yellow umbrella, so I'll walk through the rain with you. That is special. So again, the cards from Dayspring, they're awesome. I want to talk about this. This little cross, Betty went to the Middle East. And when she was there, she saw the olive wood of the Jerusalem cross. And she knew that she wanted to share it with people, her Betty's Box of Blessings friends. So she included this cross, this wooden olive, it's called this olive wood cross of Jerusalem from the Holy Land. She included this in her box. It's not included in the price that she quoted for the box. This was separate. This was a gift to everybody from Betty. And I will treasure this because I love crosses anyway. But this is a wooden cross, and on the top of it is stamped the word Jerusalem. So this will go into my jewelry box. It will stay with me. Not giving this one away, guys. To me, this is special. And I want to thank Betty for sending these boxes out every month. I really enjoy being able to look through them, see what's there, seeing how I can bless other people. And guys, this one's a blessing to me because this book, As You Wish, is just spot on with what's going on in my life. So I want to thank Betty's Box of Blessings. And if you guys would like one, in the description below, go to Betty's Box of Blessings, type in the code word Wanda, and some of my subscribers will get a few of these cards and a few gifts along the way. So thank you, Betty. Thank you guys from Crazy Days.